The TV tray was aluminum and wobbly, the kind you'd buy at a yard sale for $3. It sat in the corner of my sister-in-law's dining room like a punishment, waiting for me every Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter for 5 years running. "Oh, we miscounted again," Bethany would giggle as I stood holding my plate, the last one to go through the buffet line, finding no seat at the table where my husband's entire family sat comfortably. Just grabbed the TV tray from the corner. 5 holidays. 5 mistakes. 5 times watching my husband Eric shrug and say, "Beth's just scattered. She doesn't mean anything by it." But when I volunteered to host Thanksgiving this year, I knew exactly what I meant by it. I'm Audrey, 35, an event planner who's organized corporate dinners for 300 people without breaking a sweat. The idea that someone could repeatedly miscount their own family was insulting to my intelligence and my profession. Eric and I met at a wedding where I was coordinating, and he was the best man. He was charming, attentive, everything you'd want. His family seemed warm at first. His parents, Jean and Dolores, his sisters Bethany and Mackenzie, their husbands, the kids. One big happy family. Except I never quite fit into the picture. It started small, forgetting to tell me about family dinners until the last minute. Accidentally leaving me off group texts about vacation plans. Photo arrangements where someone always needed me to take the picture instead of being in it. But the holiday seating was where the cruelty became undeniable. The first Thanksgiving at Bethany's, I genuinely believed it was a mistake. 20 people, 19 chairs. It happens. I ate at the TV tray in good humor, balancing turkey and gratitude. Christmas at Mackenzie's house. Oh no. I counted wrong again. The TV tray reappeared. Easter at the in-laws. Dolores actually counted place settings in front of me. 1, 2, 3, reached 19, and stopped. I was standing right there. "You forgot me," I said quietly. "Oh, silly me. Eric, get your wife the tray from the garage." By the 4th holiday, I started documenting. Photos of the table with one missing place. Screenshots of group texts where Bethany confirmed 20 people, then set 19 places. Video of Mackenzie literally removing a chair when I walked in. "You're being paranoid," Eric said when I showed him. "My family loves you. Your family doesn't even count me as a person worth a chair. You're overreacting." The 5th time, last Easter, I almost didn't go. But Dolores called personally. "You have to come, Audrey. Your family. Family who ate at a TV tray while everyone else used the wedding china." That night, I made my decision. I waited until May, when holiday planning started in Eric's family. They were meticulous about scheduling. At the family meeting, I raised my hand. "I'd like to host Thanksgiving this year." The room went silent. They'd never eaten a holiday meal outside their 3 houses. "That's ambitious," Dolores said carefully. "I'm an event planner. I can handle 20 people." 21, Bethany corrected. "With Aunt Patricia coming." "Right. 21. I smiled. "I'll make sure everyone has a seat." They agreed reluctantly. Eric was thrilled. "See, they're warming up to you." I spent 6 months planning. Not the food, that was easy, but the seating arrangement. The lesson. The absolutely perfect execution of justice. The week before Thanksgiving, I sent a group text. "Can't wait to host. Please arrive at 2 p.m. sharp for cocktails. Dinner at 3. Bethany responded. "Should we bring anything?" "Just yourselves. I've got everything handled." And I did. Thanksgiving arrived gray and perfect. I'd been cooking since dawn, the house smelling like herbs and possibility. The dining room was stunning, autumn centerpiece, candles, the works. Eric helped set up, not noticing the detail I'd carefully orchestrated. "Table looks amazing, babe. But I only count 19 places." "That's right. We have 21 people coming." "No, we have 20 people and 1 person who gets the TV tray. Family tradition, right?" He laughed nervously. "Come on, set the real table." This is the real table. The doorbell rang before he could argue. They arrived in waves. Jean and Dolores first, wine in hand. Bethany's family next, her 3 kids loud and excited. Mackenzie, her husband, their twins. Aunt Patricia with her famous green bean casserole. Eric's cousins from Delaware. Everyone gathered in the living room for cocktails, commenting on the house, the smells, the decoration. Normal family gathering sounds. "Dinner's ready," I announced at exactly 3 p.m. They filed into the dining room and stopped. 19 places. 1 TV tray in the corner. "Oh, Audrey, Dolores said slowly. You miscounted. Did I? I did an exaggerated count, pointing at each chair. 19 places, 20 people. Oh my goodness, you're right. How silly of me. The room was silent, everyone doing mental math. Well, I said brightly, someone will have to use the TV tray. You all choose. Nobody moved. It's fine, Eric said quickly. I'll take it. No, I said firmly. You sat at the table every holiday for 5 years while I used the tray. You sit at the table. This is ridiculous, Bethany snapped. Just get another chair. I don't have another chair. Just like you never had another chair. For 5 years. The words hung in the air like knives. Mackenzie tried to laugh. Those were honest mistakes. Really? I pulled out my phone. Let me show you the text from last Easter where Bethany confirmed 20 people, then the photo of 19 place settings. Or the video from Christmas where you literally removed a chair when I walked in. Bethany's face went red. You're being petty. I'm being exact. This is precisely what you did to me. Every holiday. While my husband told me I was overreacting. Gene cleared his throat. Surely we can work this out. We can. One of you uses the TV tray. Just grab it from the corner. I smiled sweetly. I need to check the turkey. I left them standing there, 20 people, 19 chairs, one aluminum humiliation waiting. From the kitchen, I heard the arguments start. Mom should sit. She's the eldest. Aunt Patricia's a guest. The kids could share. Absolutely not. Eric came into the kitchen. This is cruel. This is exactly what your family did to me. That was different. How? He couldn't answer. I returned to the dining room with the turkey. They'd all sat down, leaving Dolores standing. Mom, take my seat, Eric said, starting to rise. No, I said. You know the rules. Once you sit, you keep your seat. That's what Bethany told me the first time I tried to give up my tray for Aunt Patricia. Dolores stood there, the matriarch who'd counted to 19 in front of me, now holding her plate with nowhere to sit. This is your family home, she said to Eric. Do something. What would you like him to do? I asked. Tell me I'm overreacting? That it doesn't mean anything? That I should be grateful to be included at all? Each phrase was one Eric had used to dismiss my hurt over the years. Bethany stood suddenly. This is insane. We're leaving. Okay, I said calmly. But just so you know, I have enough chairs in the garage. 20 of them. I could get them anytime. Everyone froze. You have chairs? Mackenzie asked. Of course I do. Just like you had chairs every holiday. You chose not to use them. And now I'm choosing not to use mine. Get them, Jean ordered. No. This is abusive. Bethany shouted. Is it? Is it abusive to exclude someone from the family table repeatedly? To humiliate them while everyone watches? To pretend it's an accident when it's clearly intentional? Because if it is, then you've abused me for 5 years. The room went silent. Aunt Patricia, who'd been quiet until now, spoke up. I told you girls it was wrong. Every holiday, I said it was cruel. You knew. I turned to her. We all knew, she said simply. I'm ashamed I didn't do more. Dolores finally sat on the TV tray, her plate balanced precariously. The aluminum legs creaked under her weight. This is humiliating, she muttered. Yes, I agreed. It is. Every single time. We ate in near silence. The food was perfect, I'd made sure of that. But every clink of silverware against china was amplified by Dolores struggling with her tray, trying to cut turkey with no stable surface. Halfway through dinner, one of Bethany's kids piped up. Why doesn't Grandma have a real seat? Ask your mother, I said pleasantly. She's the expert on seating arrangements. Bethany's face burned. Kids don't need to be involved. You're right. Just like I didn't need to be involved in your family. Oh wait, I married into it. That should have been enough. Eric hadn't touched his food. Audrey, please. You've made your point. Have I? Because for 5 years you told me there was no point to make. Dolores's tray collapsed suddenly, sending her plate sliding. Gravy splattered across her dress. She burst into tears, angry, humiliated tears. Now you've ruined Thanksgiving, she sobbed. No, I said, standing. I've recreated Thanksgiving. Exactly as you taught me it should be. One person excluded, humiliated, told they don't matter enough for a real place at the table. I walked to the garage and returned wheeling in a cart with 20 matching chairs. These have been here all along, I said. Just like your extra chairs were always available. The difference is, I'm going to do what you never did. I set up the 20th chair and helped Dolores to it. She sank down, still crying. The cruelty was always a choice, I said to the table. You could have included me any time. You chose not to. Every single holiday, you chose to humiliate me. Mackenzie was crying now too. Bethany said you needed to earn your place. Earn it. I looked at Bethany. I married her brother. What more was required? Bethany couldn't answer. We're getting divorced, Eric announced suddenly. Everyone turned to him. What? I said, though I wasn't surprised. This is too much. You've humiliated my mother. I gave your mother one meal of what she gave me for 5 years. If that's grounds for divorce, what should I have done years ago? He stood. We're leaving. All of us. Fine, I said. But before you go, understand this. I have photos, videos, texts, documentation of every single time you excluded me. Every holiday where your family treated me as less than human. If anyone asks why we divorced, I'll show them exactly who you all are. They left in a parade of indignation, leaving thousands of dollars of uneaten food on the table. Aunt Patricia stayed behind. I'm sorry, she said quietly. I should have said something years ago. Why didn't you? Because I was a coward. Because keeping peace seemed easier than making waves. She helped me clean up, both of us quiet. As she left, she turned. Dolores cried the whole way to the car. Bethany kept saying it wasn't the same thing. It was exactly the same thing. I know. That's what made it perfect. Eric came back that night for his things. We didn't fight. There was nothing left to say. He'd shown me who he was, someone who could watch his family humiliate me for years but couldn't handle one meal of reciprocal treatment. The divorce was quick. No kids, separate finances, clean break. I kept the house where I'd hosted the last Thanksgiving his family would ever attend. I heard from mutual friends that they still gather for holidays. All 20 of them. With 20 chairs. This Thanksgiving, I'll host again. My friends, my chosen family, people who've never once made me eat at a TV tray. I have 26 coming and 26 places set. But I kept the TV tray. It sits in my garage, aluminum and wobbly, a reminder that cruelty dressed up as tradition is still cruelty. That miscounting people out of your life leaves you alone at a full table. And that sometimes, the only way to make people understand exclusion is to exclude them right back. Just once. Just enough to make them finally count correctly.